Maybe you've seen one of these crazy looking things in your grocery store. It's commonly called dragon fruit, but it does go by another name, pitaya. And though it may look like a cartoon fireball about to rain down out of the sky and blow something up, incoming! It's actually just the fruit of a cactus. Now, buying one of these things might set you back if you do want to try it. This one dragon fruit cost me $5, but hey, that's what I'm here for, to let you know if it's even worth the purchase. So how do you know when it's the right time to actually cut into one of these things? Well, as mine is starting to do, the edges of the leaves start to brown and dry out a little bit, and then also the firmness of the fruit starts to soften just a little bit. Preparation of a dragon fruit is actually super simple. Just take your favorite knife and cut right through the middle of it. Crack that open, and that is what the inside of a dragon fruit looks like. If you're just in it for trying the fruit, you've actually made yourself a little dragon fruit bowl. All of the white flesh, including those little black seeds, is edible. So at this point, all you really need to do is grab a spoon. This is honestly the first time I'm ever trying one, but I have read that it's kind of like a cross between a kiwi fruit and a pear, or a kiwi fruit and a banana. There's actually 3 different kinds of dragon fruit, which I'll get to in a second because this is the one most commonly found in our grocery store. So let me give this a try, tell you just what it's like, and then we'll move on to a little more info, including what else you can do with this thing. Let's see. Super easy. Kind of a strange texture. This is weird, but it honestly makes me think of oatmeal. Like, it's not quite what the pear does, where you bite in and there's some resistance to it, like you almost feel fibrous. But it has these little seeds in there, and so the texture, like, yeah, it feels like individual, almost grains of fruit. So that's the texture. How about the taste? Well, what I read is pretty accurate. I definitely have kind of a hint of kiwi and a little bit of something else. I could see pear. Pear would make sense, but more kiwi than anything. So that's what I would relate a dragon fruit to, as a kiwi. Now, it's not overly sweet. It's not really hit me in the face or making me want a whole lot more. It's pretty subtle, which that's actually nice because it leads into other things that you could do with this. It's a fruit, so what do you do with your other fruits? Fruit salad would be an excellent use for this. Smoothies, you could chop this up, freeze it, and actually help make your smoothie thicker with it. Perhaps you've heard an acai bowl. If so, you've probably also heard of a pitaya bowl. Well, there you go. However, those are typically made with one of the other varieties of dragon fruit. So as I mentioned just a moment ago, there are 3 different kinds of dragon fruit. This one, like I said, being the most common, where it's got the red outside and the white inside. There is another kind where it is a red outside and a red inside. That one's a bit sweeter, and that's also why they use those in the pitaya bowls. And then the third kind has a yellow outside and a similar white inside to this guy. Now, I would imagine that each one does have a different sort of taste to it, but this is the only one that I've got in my local grocery stores, so unfortunately this is the only one I get to try for you today. But what if you do want to cut it up and put it into a smoothie or put it into a fruit bowl? Well, you probably want to dice it. Let's see if we can figure that out. I've got my other half of dragon fruit here that I have not touched with the spoon, and I'm going to go with a pretty common technique when dicing up a fruit. I'm going to cut into the flesh without going through the skin of it and actually make my cubes of fruit within the fruit. So first we go across, and then we go lengthwise. Cut's very easy. This knife is just sliding right through. You probably don't even need a giant sharp knife like I have here. And then what I'm going to try to do now is actually take this and invert it so the cubes will all pop out. To help me do that, I'm going to cut a little slit at each end, just so that some of that tension on the peel is reduced. Let's see. Oh yeah, super easy. There we go. And now I've got all my cubes. And look at that, they're just falling right off of the skin. I don't even need my knife again. at that. Nice cube chunks of dragon fruit. So there you have it. At least some of your curiosity is now satisfied. As far as my opinion on whether it is worth it to go out and buy it, to try it, well, $5 for one piece of fruit, but if you're never gonna do it again, I say go for it. The taste is not amazing, but it is somewhat unique, and at least that way you can say, yeah, I've had dragon fruit. If you're curious about some of those other strange pieces of produce in your grocery store, be sure to check out my channel. I'm on a mission to try all of them and bring that information to you guys. As always, if you've got comments, please post them below this video, whether you've tried the fruit, which I would love to hear what you thought of it. Tell me how much you paid for it, what did it taste like, maybe you tried one of the other dragon fruits so people watching this will know, or just questions in general. I'm always checking those comments and try to respond to all of them. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see you next time, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Is anybody else here ticking?